Cobra Kai is one show that fans can't seem to get enough of. Whether it's the on-screen relationships between the characters that are as complex as they are interesting to watch, or the impeccably choreographed fight scenes, fans can't manage to get enough of this Karate Kid spin-off series. But you'd be amused after seeing what it's really like behind the scenes. Here's all you need to know about what happens behind the scenes of Cobra Kai and what it really looks like before going through post-production. First up, the start of the series. We know that the show currently advertises itself as a Netflix hit, and while there's certainly truth in that statement, it's important to acknowledge that Cobra Kai was a hit well before its addition to Netflix. In fact, the streaming conglomerate only heightened its pre-existing fame. So where did the series actually get its not-so-humble start? YouTube Premium. Yes, co-creator Jon Hurwitz described the initiation of the series as being conceived as a Netflix show. He explained that Stranger Things had just come out when they conceived the show, so they knew that there would be a desire for nostalgia, and they assumed that a show like Cobra Kai would be huge, solely due to the fact that the Karate Kid is so widely beloved. He explained that they thought they could do a bit of what they already did on Stranger Things at the time, but with characters the audience would already be emotionally invested in. He explained that the show was pitched to YouTube almost as a practice pitch, but the executives there seemed genuinely invested in the show's potential. Hurwitz even said that everyone wanted the show, including Netflix, but no one wanted to go to those lengths to make it happen. He said that their experience on YouTube was awesome, and everyone was extremely supportive of the show. He explained that although millions of people were streaming it on YouTube, no one in their everyday lives really cared all that much. Next, Ralph Macchio and Billy Zabka are very involved. It's rare for a TV show cast to be as involved in the show's writing and production process as Ralph Macchio and Billy Zabka are for Cobra Kai. Behind the scenes, the pair who play Daniel LaRusso and Johnny Lawrence do collaborate on their characters' storylines and are more involved with their characters than a typical lead on the show. Hayden Schlossberg, co-director of the show, shared that the characters Zabka and Macchio embody have become such huge parts of their lives. So when they have a thought regarding their character or the show's plot, the writing room listens. And more importantly, they trust the writing team. An example Hayden provided on the aforementioned trust was when they explained where Zabka and Macchio's characters might be in their adult lives. Although the two did not see it the same way initially, once they were sat down and explained why an audience might love and relate to it, the pair did come around on it. Jon Hurwitz said that when the series was first brought to fruition, the directors sat down with both Zabka and Macchio individually and talked their visions through for each of their characters. This was to help them understand their characters better and work through any kinks or hesitations the pair might have had. Now, we have Captain Turner from Season 3. Did you know that one of the show's primary motives was to invoke the nostalgia that viewers of the show may have had left over from the Karate Kid and then play around with it for the series? The show uses multiple Easter eggs from the original series, and the main reason they don't feel like random clout-chasing, overused cliches is that the cast itself is genuinely invested in the original franchise. When their excitement seems genuine, viewers can't help but share it. One such Easter egg was Captain Turner from Season 3. His character was intentionally written to have mannerisms and dialogue similar to Kreese in the original franchise, so the audience could probably understand why Kreese becomes the person he is. Now, we have Johnny and Robbie's reconciliation. Father-son reconciliation scenes are often complex and emotional on TV, and provide much-needed catharsis that the characters can then use to let go of built-up resentment. And the scene at the end of Season 4 was no different. But did you know that the scene itself was a big deal outside of the show and its characters as well? Jon Hurwitz recalled the scene and explained that Robbie has had such a wild path along the seasons, and the one thing that has been missing in his life has been a functional, healthy relationship with his father. And yes, viewers may have gotten a tiny lick of it towards the end of Season 2, but it didn't last. And for them to be able to get to a place where they can have a heartfelt conversation that feels organic and not forced, where Robbie is no longer clutching onto his anger, the drama, and the blame, is a special moment. Robbie, when he sees through his own experience of trying to mentor somebody, finally sees things from his father's perspective. Hurwitz claimed that it was a special moment for both Tanner and Billy, but also for the entire set. He admitted that that day on set, everyone was blown away by the emotions they were feeling. Next, Hayden Schlossberg loved the feud between Kenny and Anthony. The show's main selling point for a very long time has been its roots settled deep in the Karate Kid franchise. And unlike other spin-offs that tried to deviate from their source material in order to create something new, Cobra Kai fully embraces and celebrates its roots. For example, Hayden Schlossberg explained that he personally loved the feud between Kenny and Anthony this season because it brought Cobra Kai right back to its Karate Kid roots. He explained that as much as they wanted Season 4 of the show to be as big as possible, they wanted to make sure that they stayed true to their roots. They wanted to remind the audience that this was all about bullying at the end of the day, and that not everybody is a karate expert. He claimed that they had managed to lace old-school Karate Kid vibes into this new story that's connected to these somewhat bigger stories. He explained it by saying that now all of a sudden, Daniel LaRusso, the underdog of the original movie, has a son who is actually the bully to a kid who ends up joining Cobra Kai, which used to be the school for bullies. It just brings back back all those feelings, and I'm glad that we did that. So how does the stunt team make actors fight? As with most shows that feature talented actors and constant fighting scenes, Cobra Kai possesses stunt coordination in the form of Ken Bearfield and a fight coordinator named Don Key. The pair even talked about how they make the impressive stunts happen while working with actors of varying levels of martial arts abilities. Apparently, considering the actors' personal strengths is what makes bringing the stunts to life in an organic manner possible. Lee explained that they only do a few takes to get the shot just right, so if an actor cannot perform the stunt 10 out of 10 times, the choreographed stunt is usually scrapped or replaced. Both Lee and Bearfield help train the actors, but they also choreograph to their strengths more so than solely focusing on what's visually appealing to the camera. Cobra Kai even trains the actors in martial arts behind the scenes, and covers what looks inorganic with meticulously well-planned choreography. Cobra Kai's stunt team manages to effectively pull off working with amateur actors with little to no experience in the complex field of martial arts, with stunts that manage to come across incredibly natural on-screen nearly flawlessly. Lastly, the hero-villain complexity. Modern media has made it impossible for characters to be strictly good or strictly bad. Many viewers have started demanding realistic complexity from their favorite characters in their favorite TV shows, and Cobra Kai delivers as intensely as one would expect it to. You might have noticed that after 4 seasons of the show, no character on screen is displayed entirely one-dimensional, and that is very intentional on the creator's part. When developing the series, directors purposefully blurred the lines between hero and villain, and what's considered heroic and villainous. This is because they wanted the audience to understand and even root for both Johnny and Daniel, and at points, even choose for themselves who they thought was right. Josh explained that a viewer naturally becomes Team Johnny in the first episode, so when audiences encounter Daniel, they see that he's coming from a good place. He's joking around, and he has a healthier relationship with the past because it's easier to do that when you win. He's really not taking into account that Johnny might feel more awkward about their high school situation, so you automatically start pity rooting for Johnny. But in episode 2, when you dig deeper into Daniel's life, you see that both these men have their own history and their own relationship with said history. By the time you watch episode 5, they're both kind of unlikable, so that bit on the show was mostly intentional. And that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. What do you think of these behind-the-scenes Cobra Kai moments? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.